Now, the co-parenting is co-parenting again, and the communication is flowing. But Wanda be starting something, and we about to find out what it is. Y'all ready to talk about it? Cue the music! Oh yes, bitches and hoes, I'm back.
I'll drop a player like it's nothing, it ain't working out. Now no debate up for discussion, bitch, I'm walking out. My time is money, I ain't loving, let you toast it out. Flip my weave and walk it out, look how I just boast it out. Now come on baby, why you bugging, we can't talk it out. I keeps it moving, I ain't tripping, lost another spouse. I'm just a boss, it's in my blood, no I won't scream or shout. Grabbing my keys.
Cause oh yes, bitches and hoes, I'm back. Back with another video. We're here to discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville season 5 episode like 2 or 3 or whatever. It's season 5. Yeah, let's discuss this. So the episode picks up where we left off at. Maurice is trying to get rolled 2 times a day, and Kimmy ain't here for it. She feels like an object. You know, and basically Dr. Francis said, look, bro, you got to look at your wife as a person and not an object. I'm sorry. The reason Maurice has that thought mindset is because that's how the men in the South, not all of them, but a lot of them who are southernly reared, that's their mindset. A woman is an accessory. It's a check on the box. It's, you know, if you want to keep a man, because you know that's the thing. You want to keep a man, you got to do this, and this. Because if you don't do these things, then he has every right to step out on you and cheat. That's why he feels like that. But they asked Kimmy, Maurice asked Kimmy if she feels like it was accurate. And she was just like, yes, because you got to understand, for women, everything is emotional. It's here. And she's not lying. She said, in order for me to want to do that, you have to stimulate me here. Here. Like, you can't just jump on top. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it works for some women. But he claimed he'll do better, but we don't believe him. Because she even said, girl, he always say that. Now, Maurice said he's got to look at his relationship holistically. He can't look at his wife as an object. You know, he gotta, not ask for it twice a day. You know, he gotta ask for it twice a day, but not in the way she talking. You know, he was basically trolling in the interview, but Kimmy didn't find none of that shit funny. And again, when your whole goal is to get married just to say you married, or get married because you don't want to be by yourself, or get married because that's what you supposed to do, that's what you end up with, fat. Now later on to bust it open. Say what I said. Now Maurice basically trolls her again and asked Dr. Francis if they could use sex as an exercise. Girl, look. Happy marriage, right? Let's move on. Girl, Tisha them downstairs eating that uncooked bacon. Y'all put that in the microwave and cook them. Because even the microwave cook it better. Girl, that bacon looks so... You should have just took the pig and bit it. Who cooked that bacon? But she tells them about the text she got from Messy Tiff and Big Lou. Apparently, they done hightailed it up out of there either early last night or early this morning or overnight, girl, and sent the text saying, oh yeah, I got a speaking engagement. Bye. See y'all later. Appreciate it. Why did y'all run Big Lou and Messy Tiff? Y'all didn't want Dr. Francis to dig more claws up in your marriage. That's what I think. It was very unprofessional for y'all to do that, but you know, I mean, you did it. And then you gonna text that girl and be like, oh yeah, we had to leave. I don't even believe she had the engagement in doggone Birmingham. I'm sorry. But Tisha feels like they left without telling them, and that wasn't cool. It wasn't Tisha. Maurice recaps the trip, and Kimmy's over there looking sad. Kimmy, oh, you got your husband. You got your husband, girl. Don't look sad. Be glad. Ain't that the goal, to get your husband? Brighten up, Kimmy. Turn that frown upside down and enjoy your husband on your back. Anyway, Dr. Francis comes in, him and his wife, and they ask them where the hell is Big Lou and Messy Tiff. They gone, Dr. Francis. They gone. Yeah, you ain't gonna never see them no more. They gone. They hightailed it up out of here. But you know, Marceau was here for it. Marceau was like, they got what they deserved. It was instant karma. Yeah, I'm here for it. Let them, whatever. Now, Dr. Francis is concerned because he said he felt like they needed the most help. They all need help now, but they needed the most. And he felt like they basically put on the front and play a game. And, he really wanted to spend that last day to try to dig in some more to see what was going on. But when they tell him she had a speaking engagement, he said, see what I mean? Conflict of interest. Y'all have to be committed to your marriages and to processes that are going to save your marriages. But see, y'all don't want to do that. Now, Dr. Francis did say, he feels some type of way about them leaving. He said, but he just felt like they wasn't honest. He said none of them was honest. And they wasn't. Because even when Dr. Francis asked Kimmy, oh, how do you feel? Do you feel like you don't have autonomy over your body? She was like, I feel like he knows that I have autonomy over my body. Lies. Because I'm pretty sure you busting it open because Maurice said so. Your cooch tied. It's drying up now because it's just so often and you just want to have a day off. But Maurice said you going to do what he said. I believe that's what it is, girl. And then Marceau and Tisha, they not honest because they acting like it don't bother them that everybody in the world thinks that Marceau ain't shit. And Tisha's a damn fool. So he's right, all of them lying. But I guess he feel like Big Lou and Messy Tiff was next level lying. They was. I ain't gonna lie, they was. But let's move on. We move to the next scene. No, before we move to the next scene, let me see, you can have 15 degrees and not have a lick of common sense. So Dr. Francis' wife pulls Tisha aside and say, you remind me so much of myself when I was younger. She said, all you worry about or all you do is make sure the family is okay, the kids, the husband. She said, but I really want you to put yourself first. Put yourself first because guess what? The family going to grow up and leave and then you're going to be left with nothing. The lady is giving you, dropping a jewel to you, onto you, so that you can look around you, because Tisha got up there and said, it works for my marriage works for us. We've been together 15 years, so it works. No, that don't mean nothing. That just means y'all decided to stick it out. That don't mean shit's going good, right? Or it's great. Tisha didn't catch that tea. Tisha was like, oh, thank you. She not gonna do it, ma'am, Miss Francis. She not gonna do it. She is not gonna do it. I don't even know why you doggone asking. She ain't gonna do it. But yeah, she totally missed that. Let's move on. Kimmy, Tisha, and Destiny meet up for lunch, but they stop at this little shop and they looking around for stuff. Okay, so they stop at this little shop, and basically, Destiny asked why she wasn't invited to the couples trip. Kimmy said, "Cause you ain't no couple. Where your other half?" Now, apparently, Destiny got a man, but she don't want nobody to know who the man is. Like Kimmy said, girl, her whole life is a secret. We still trying to find out why Labarius put the gag order on you, Destiny. But Destiny claims, it ain't no secret. I'm just not ready to introduce him to the world and whatnot or whatever, but you're going to introduce him to us anyway. He should have just been there. It didn't make no sense. Like Kimmy said, I'm not inviting you to no couple strip if you ain't telling me who the other person is. No, when you tell me who it is, then we'll invite you to the couples trip. Now, Destiny gets in her confessional and says she have a new man. His name is, what's his name? Something with an M. Moses, girl. Anyway, Moses is her new man. She been knowing him for 13 years. And they finally got together after she got divorced because they felt like they should have been the ones together. I can't stand a bitch who said, oh, I've been knowing him. I always squint my eyes at them hoes. Oh, we've been knowing each other for years. We just decided to get together, because we've been for 13, 14 years. I can't stand a bitch like that. It's giving desperate. Destiny, I forgot you was on the show this season, girl. Where have you been? Now, come around and tell us about Moses. Why? Anyway, she invites the girls down there to the doggone reopening, like the doggone Pank of Madani. And then Kimmy brings up the fact that she spoke to Mel, and Mel had dropped the tease that Melanika, she felt like that he was messing with, or Martell was messing with Melanika. Now, the gag is Destiny knows Melanika, and actually said Melanika gonna be at the gig, at the reopening of Madani, and say, she went to school with Melanika, but she ain't never heard no funny stuff about that and all that, and she don't believe nothing coming from Mel. Now, both of the girls was like, furthermore, why would Mel bring that up to you now? Like, what was the motive behind that? And Kimmy had to come clean and was like, no, girl, I ain't gonna lie, I asked her. It wasn't, her just randomly spilling tea. I asked her because I told her Melanika was down there at the doggone wine tasting. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Destiny turned around and said, I don't trust stuff coming from Mel because I feel like Mel's calculated how she do stuff. She'll say something just because she beefing with you. I believe that. But the way Melanika and Martell is, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking they had smashed too. Either they still smashing or have smashed. I was thinking the exact same thing. So I'm not even about to be mad at Mel. Because if she thought it, I think it too. We all thinking it. So it is what it is. But Kimmy asked Madani. Kimmy asked Destiny if she's inviting everybody and should they have security. Destiny said, I'm inviting people that fuck with me. Like, I don't feel like the reopening is a place for us to recap and reunite. I want to invite people who's there for me. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to get Mel to come. We move to the next scene. Lou meets the guys at the pool hall. And Marceau pulls up like he just got from church. Like he just got out of church. Yeah. The suit wasn't suiting. I don't know. Maybe it was the cut of the suit. It didn't fit like it was supposed to fit. It gave me Southern Baptist. But Marceau comes in there looking like he, just got out of Sunday school. Or, whatever. And, Big Lou is over there trolling him about his outfit. But he starts trolling him about how he dipped and hightailed it up out of there after Dr. Francis was digging up in your marriage. Now, Big Lou's whole thing is, man, look. It is what it is, I gotta take the L on that. It was what it was. But, Mr. Tiff had to get back to work, so that's why we left. Oh, boy, please. All the other dudes arrive. Martell pulls up with his chest open. And I'm like, where is you going? This ain't no photo shoot. Where is you going? Where you going, Martell? It looked like a regular pool hall on the corner. Where you going? I don't understand. Martell, you be thirst trapping at the wrong times. I mean, you there with a bunch of dudes. Anyway, he claimed, look, I'm single. I'm out here looking for a little something to mingle with. You feel me? They asked Martell, Martell asked them about how the couple strip was. Because, he came in talking about, since I ain't no couple no more, I don't get invited to stuff like that. I'm the single man. Oh, him is having a wife. Stop putting your penis in other people. Keep your penis in your pants and you have a wife to be on the couple strip and talk about y'all ills and wheels. Anyway, so he asked the dudes how the couple strip was. Big Lou said he learned that him and his wife was closer now than they ever was. I don't understand how. Maybe because y'all both was on the same mind frame to hightail it up out of there, I guess. Maurice basically said that he learned that his wife ain't no object and he gotta do better. He ain't gonna do better. And then Marceau basically says that he learned that too many outside sources is now having issues or causing issues in his marriage. And him and his wife have to learn that, it's 15 years in. It's working for us. It's working for y'all because your wife is stifled or stifled. Is that the word? Like she muzzled. She ain't gonna say nothing. And she in her mind, she thinks her being muzzled like that is what she's supposed to do as a wife. That's the only reason it worked. Because they even bring up the doggone lake rope. What is it? When they tied the rope around their legs and how basically Tisha and Marceau was jogging. And it was even said in the shop, Tisha and Marceau was successful because she let Marceau lead. She didn't question nothing. She just went with whatever Marceau wanted. That is indicative of what happens in their marriage. I don't believe that makes it more successful. I don't believe time makes it more successful. It just tells us how your dynamic is. Now, I will give Marceau this. Marceau said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Me and my wife are doing okay. Hell, she okay with it. She'll battle any one of us if we say she's doing wrong in her marriage. So it works for them. I'm with Marceau. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, it is what it is. So now they asked Martell if he want to get married again. And he said immediately. He said he's looking for a woman as we speak. I believe that because like I said in the beginning, them Southern men feel like marriage is a box to check. Women are an accessory. Children are accessories. The visual means more than the actual item, which is marriage. So I believe that. Marceau said, you sure you ready to jump back in there? And I for a second, I was like, when I got divorced, I was like, man, I want to get remarried. Like I even got engaged like real soon, right? But then I realized that was a mistake. I feel like part of that could be Martell's thing, but then I feel like no, it's just the mindset. He just don't want to be single no more. It makes him feel what's the word, ostracized when he can't go on a couple strip. Boy, bye. Like Maurice said, boy, you'll be back at the couple strip in no time soon. Whatever, boy. Let's move on. We move to the next scene. Mel stopped down there by Martell's house to tell him what's been going on social media. This is where I felt like this is Mel and Martell. She pops up. Well, she didn't pop up. She said she called him first. Now, let me just say this. This happened to my friend. She set goals and boundaries, not goals, but she set boundaries and all that stuff for when the man come to get her kids, but wanted to renege on them on the flip side. Now, Mel, you made it a big old thing about visitation and all this stuff, but yet you want to talk because you want to be messy. That's just my opinion, but now you want to go sit in that man's living room and talk, in his bare living room and talk. No pictures on the wall, no nothing. It's bare like his heart. But anyway, she goes pull up on Martell to tell him that Miss Wanda is up on social media telling everybody, Sugar Mama ain't yours. Now, we already had this conversation. Miss Wanda been saying this shit for the longest. But apparently it's now more relevant now. Now, Martell feels like, listen, you got a number because I call her, man. I'm tired of this shit. Like, and then he goes, wait a minute. What prompted this? Well, you know, it was an incident where I went on Carlos King messy ass show and said Miss Wanda baby daddy be in my DMs. Because he is. Well, duh. I mean, if I was a dude, I'd be in your DMs too. Girl, you successful and you fine. What you mean? So that prompted Miss Wanda, I guess, to get on social media and say her churn, or some of them, ain't for Martell. Now, Martell's livid about this. And he was like, you know, I will confront her, but, you know, last time that didn't go too well. They played the flashback. But he said he gonna get her number and give it to Mel and let Mel check her. Mel said she gonna check her. And he said, yeah, because this is out of order. You leave kids out of it. Mel said, I agree. You know, children are defenseless and can't defend themselves. Say what you want about me, but don't talk about my kids. I, for the life of me, don't understand why people get all up in arms about people talking about their kids. Girl, people gonna talk about your kids, especially when y'all beefing. That's just what it is. I'm not saying it's right. Miss Wanda, you're dead wrong for talking about them churn. But when you really think about it, she wasn't talking about the churn. She was talking about you. But even bringing them up in the situation is wrong, Miss Wanda. However, y'all gonna be fighting the world, especially if y'all in the public eye. If y'all have something to say about, or say something to say to anybody and everybody about these damn kids. People talk about kids too. It is what it is. You can't send me nothing about mine, girl. I had a girl tell me because my daughter's on the basketball team. This is on social media, by the way. Clubhouse. Oh, I had a girl tell me, oh, your daughter must be a dyke. I was like, okay. That read fell flat. You don't even know her. Like, I didn't get up in arms about it. Okay. What else? What else you got? Because see, while you over here worried about the sexuality of my child, you over there buying $1,000 wigs and you live in the projects. Your priorities is all wrong, fat. That's why you gonna live and die in the projects. See, you gotta come back at them like that. You know what I'm saying? Girl, I don't care what y'all say about my churn. It is what it is. You ain't getting under my skin because you don't know him. That's the story that I'm taking away from that. But anyway, yeah, Martell's ready to confront this lady. Mel said she gonna do a pop-up and let her know, you know, what's up. Don't be talking about my churn. Girl, Mel, let that ride, girl. But Mel says it's nicer that they can collaborate with the kids. You know, he's listening to her boundaries and all of that. So she wants to go, she's bringing the kids down to Destin, Florida, which is their annual trip, and she invites Martell to go. Martell looks like he was ready to jump up and clap his feet, like, you know, the people doing the cartoons. But he said he's good for that. He's ready to go down there and do that. Now, we saw the pictures. I ain't gonna lie. The ignorant part of my brain was like, oh, they definitely smashed on the trip. Did Martell get another room? I had a lot of questions. But then I had to be mature about it and say two people can co-parent and do it, you know, correctly and not have nothing romantic going on. We all have the ignorant side of the brain and then the logical side. Anyway, let's move on. Because Martell don't want the kids to miss out on traditions. Well, that's going to happen. It's inevitable. Y'all ain't going to be able to go on trips with each other for the rest of, till the kids is grown. Period. You're prolonging the inevitable. Moving on, Destiny and Lil Law is at home. And I still was trying to understand why Labarius put that gag order allegedly on Destiny. We done finally got to see Lil Law. He's growing up. But anyway, she get her own little, you know, little segment or whatever, and she calls her new man Moses. He on the phone with them horribly rehearsed doggone lines talking about how were you today? Were you productive? And she's like, yeah. And he was like, well, you know, I can't be there at the reopening. And she was like, I know, because you got a funeral. Why you had to say all that, girl? It's given I'm making this shit up as we go, or we practice before we got up here. Yeah, you know how that go with your reunion, not reunion, your fume and your repass and all that stuff. And the dude was like, you know, I'm here for you. No, you ain't, because you ain't at the doggone reopening. And then he says, I love you. Y'all there already? Girl, it's giving rehearsed. I'm sorry. It's giving rehearsed. It's giving rehearsed. It's giving rehearsed. She says it's another long distance relationship. And like I said, she been knowing the dude for 13 seasons. 13 years, I'm sorry. It's giving She by Sheree. It's giving She by Sheree dumb. It's giving She by Sheree silly. You do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. Girl, didn't you just come out of a relationship with Labarius and it didn't work out because that was long distance, and then when y'all finally got together and got married and moved in, you realized y'all was like this? Now you're going to go find you another man that's miles and miles away. You probably can't leave Huntsville because Labarius made it so where the judge said you got to stay here so that he could be able to access that little law. So now you got to sit down here in Huntsville, Alabama until either Labarius gets up and goes somewhere else, or you decide that you gonna take the risk to hightail it up out of there. Girl, this don't make no sense. You have us got to make better decisions. I'm sorry, Destiny, it's gonna end up the same. I don't even want to speak nothing negative about you, but it's gonna end up the same. But she said he an alpha man, and so is she. That's what happened between you and Labarius. Wasn't he an alpha man too? That's why he left you at the hospital with Lil Law till the paternity test came back. Girl, let's move on. Moving to the final scene, Martell is shopping his wine at this all-black store that sells wines, and he's going to be the first black person in Huntsville to have his own wine collection. Shout out to Martell, because number one, he needs to feed all them children. And then number two, shout out to anybody black that's doing something good. So he's over there basically talking to the lady, saying he really wants his wine to be in this store. And they do an actual wine tasting. Now, he said he invited Destiny, but she's late per usual. So he tell the lady to taste the wine. The lady actually loves that it has legs, which is how it drips down the side of the wine. She loves the smell of it, and she actually loves the taste. Now, after this happens, and the lady says she's going to put the wine in the stove, Destiny marches her ass up in there late as hell. And Martell was like, you came on time, girl. Just taste this wine. And the lady said, because I gave him a 10.5. Anyway, so she wants her props for hooking that up, because apparently she the one hooked him up with the wine store, or whatever the case may be. So now the lady goes off about her business. Destiny and Martell over here talking, and basically he asks her about the reopening. No, he tell her he proud of her song, Don't Know It, Don't Want to Hear It, and asks her about the reopening and if her new boo gonna be there. No, he got a funeral to go to, allegedly. He ain't gonna be there, Martell. But basically then he asks her, no, she tell him about basically the rumors that he wound up screwing Melanika. Now Martell in a very fake manner was like, who would say something strange like that? I would never do that to Melanika. I know her husband. She's happily married. When did that ever matter? People being married. Married people get cheated on all the time. Look at Martell and Mel. What is you saying? But I would never do that. I can't believe somebody would say that. She don't believe it because it's coming from Mel. But I ain't gonna lie. I'm with Mel on this one. I believe it too. And I only know what I've seen on TV. But speaking of Mel, he asked him, could Mel come? And she said, really? No, not really. This ain't what I'm trying to do. So then my question is, when Mel pulls up and gets into the big old fight, or Martell gets into the fight with Wanda, who invited Mel? Because from the sounds of this, that's when they say she ain't want her there. She don't deal with her, she don't deal with her. She don't want her there. Did Mel pull up without an invite? Because if so, then you're wrong, Mel. But she said it's her relunch. This ain't a place for them to reconnect. Now, Destiny, well, you already talked about her telling Martell about spilling the tea on Melanika, and him trying to act like it wasn't all that. It is, but Destiny feels like it's strange that Mel brought it up now, and she feels like she's just basically reaching. And I don't know. This was it, girl. I ain't got nothing else to say about this shit. Y'all drop down in the comments and let me know what y'all think about this Mel, Martell, Wanda, and Destiny drama. Is Destiny just taking the side of it's fake or it's false because she just beefing with Mel? Did Mel have an invite to pull up to the doggone reopening? Is Martell gonna really get into a fight with Marceau or Maurice? And if so, who won? Find out on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. Don't forget to drop down in the comments, leave a conversation, a doggone comment, all that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on TikTok, and I'll see you hoes later. Bye.
Mr. Carroll, how you give the voodoo doll time to talk? I don't get no fucking time to talk.
Who the voodoo doll is?
The nigga you just had up here.